We have a really fun example to share with you today. We've heard this in conferences, we've read this in books, and now we are sharing it with you.
So stay tuned for a little bit more about the red ant. Do you want what you want sooner rather than later? Do you find yourself growing more effectively in environments where people are growing alongside you? Well, we have the conference for you.
Do you love going to events as much as we do? Then you want to be in the room for the Further Faster conference happening October 29th and October 30th in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, the Further Faster conference is headlined by our dear friend, mentor, and business partner, Joseph McClendon III. And trust us, you're going to want to be in the room.
This is 2 days jam-packed of material that will help you grow personally and professionally. And if you're wondering how to make $1 million in 10 years, you have to be in the room to hear the strategy that Joseph is going to share. It is phenomenal.
Go to neuroencoding.com/FFC to learn more about the Further Faster conference coming at the end of October.
We hope to see you in Vegas. And now back to the show.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
Alrighty, Kay and Shai Show, a minisode back at you. And we want to share something that when we first heard it, we thought it was so clever and have since encountered this story in lots of different forms. But we know that it will be impactful because it was very impactful for us.
So imagine yourself sitting on the ground enjoying a lovely picnic, and a red ant comes up to you and bites you on the ankle. Ow, that hurt, Mr. Red Ant. No, thank you. That red ant came up. Now, there are a couple of different responses that would happen. Now, most people would say, ow. No, thank you. I'm not here for that. Why would that red ant bite me? And that has ruined my entire picnic.
But there are others who react in different ways. Maybe say, wow, fascinating. This little red ant, it's got courage. I'm 100 times bigger than this little ant. This is a fascinating creature. Now we want you to zoom away from being the person on the beach. And now put your consciousness in a higher power being in this made up fictional world of ours. We're going to call you God, and you're up in the sky and you're God, and you're looking down on your magnificent, beautiful, dimensional creation of earth and life. And you decide you're going to zoom in on this one particular human being enjoying a picnic at the beach.
Now you see this person get bitten by a red ant and allow their entire day to get ruined. Here you are, you're God. You've provided the most beautiful picnic day for them. The sun is shining. The flowers nearby were perfectly wafted by the breeze that you concocted 400 miles away to then waft the flower smell directly by the picnic. And this human on this blanket is so pissed about that ant that they aren't even enjoying the picnic.
Now, let's say that human decided to react in the non-traditional way, where they were fascinated by the ant, where they were just grateful for that wafting of flower bliss, that they could smell it, they could feel the sun, they were appreciating everything around them, and they were fascinated by the ant, maybe a little inconvenienced by the bite, but certainly not inconvenienced by the magnificent beauty surrounding them and the beautiful world that they live in. Now, the point of the story is this: if you're God, which person do you want to hang out with?
Probably not the person complaining about the ant bite. Probably not the person letting their whole picnic get ruined by one tiny little animal. If you're God, you choose the person who's grateful for the macro surrounding. Now, okay, let's take this out of the ethereal. Let's take this out of God's hands and let's put it into maybe something a little bit more practical. Let's imagine that you're parents like we are, and you've just taken your kids on the most fun, best day ever. You know what? You took them to Disneyland. You gave them everything they wanted. You gave them the Rice Krispie treats. You bought them the extra thing. They're covered in toys. Their face is painted. They've had everything. And they come back to the hotel room and they go, ugh. my feet hurt. I'm hungry. They throw their stuff everywhere. They make a mess of the room. It starts to feel a little hard to continue giving them such great blessings.
Right? That is a petulant child. And as a parent, your natural reaction is to now whip up and whip in, right? Hey, you need to be grateful. We have such a great life. I just took you to Disneyland. Are you kidding me? Did you see the day that you just had? All I asked you was to put your shoes in the corner of the room, right? So now you can see it from the parenting side of things. Now imagine after you take your kids to a day of Disneyland that they come into the room and they collapse on the couch and they go, oh my gosh, my feet are aching me. My eyes can barely stay open because what a magical day. Oh my God, Mom, Dad, thank you. Thank you for such an incredible experience. Like as a parent, first of all, you'd be on the floor, right? Like, whoa, yeah, right. But
it was worth it. You want to go again tomorrow?
Yeah, precisely, right? It was worth it. You want to go again tomorrow. What do you want to do for that kid that shows gratitude and reverence and love? You want to give them even more. Now, if you're the God of the child's life, at least the one making all the decisions and determinations, don't you as the child in whatever your God is relationship, don't you want to be the one who invites more into your life? We do that by being grateful, by being grounded, and by trying to appreciate the larger picture. So we hope this little experiment down a visualization was helpful for you, because it was definitely helpful for us the first, second, and 100th time we've heard it.
This podcast was a production of Angel Phoenix Productions. Explore more episodes of this show or other great shows on the Angel Phoenix Podcast Network by visiting angelphoenix.com. The views expressed in this show do not necessarily represent those of Angel Phoenix Productions or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.